you need to pay attention to other things besides prismatic evolutions right now, and that's because cards like this, the Kingdra, the promo that came with one of the most undesirable sets, Shrouded Fable, has popped off. And I'm glad I paid attention to a lot of these other YouTubers that are talking about cards that go up and down in value, and where you're finding value in things where the shops and things cannot keep up. That doesn't mean you're pulling one over on them and being some kind of weirdo, but you are a person that is having more knowledge and understanding your power. I walked into a local card shop and I found the Shrouded Fable set of this for $30. This card is almost $16 and is going up quite fast because that is no longer going to be printed, as many people are looking at this because people are hating on Shrouded Fable. Now, I got those packs for probably $3 a piece. I think that's a steal to try and put more cards in your collection that you're trying to do, where you're not going to find that deal in many other places. And the shop did not know that this card had shot up, so I bought it for 30 bucks and half the value. And that didn't even include the horsey or the other cards that were on the front of that, where I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. So if you are watching YouTube and Instagram and all these other content pieces, you can gather nuggets as you're going into shops during these high volatility times and finding things that are actually within your power to have some monetary value beyond what they can see just based on they bought it for this and they're selling it for this. I digress that a little bit because this card, on top of that, has pretty good centering. The edges were not messed up. I think it's a pretty good look at a 10 possibly. There's no whitening on the card as well. And I'm going to show clips of that here where I'm like, if I did a PSA 10, that's a flip of about $100 right now for this card. And I'm like, wow. So I went in and I leveraged my knowledge to buy things, and I knew what they were worth really. And that is the art of investing, because you can make deals where people don't know the value of what they have. It's not all about deals. I am keeping this card. I love this card. This is actually based off of the Japanese way of Kongawa. I've lived in Japan for several years, so I'm not going to bore you guys with history lessons here, but I also wanted to annotate that this card, if it changed its Pokemon to Magikarp or Gyarados, I think this card would easily be worth triple digits, hundreds of dollars. I want you guys to start noticing trends in Pokemon, and that is important watching this video, because if you can start spotting trends, you can start buying things when they're not actually that high, or when you like them and you're like, I'm pretty sure it's going to go up. That is one of the examples of this card. Now, let's be fair. It is failing in one area of this theory or theme that we're noticing. Kingdra. Is Kingdra a very popular Pokemon?
Christopher has chosen a Kingdra.
Kingdra?
Kingdra, the dragon Pokemon, normally rests on the ocean floor, but in periods of high activity, even a simple yawn has enough power to create whirlpools.
Wow, sounds pretty strong. This is gonna be a great battle.
Not really. You watch any other cards, they don't really grow in value, or they're not very crazy. However, what we see is Pokemon as a generality, as a level of this, I think in place or encapsulated in art, typically has a better ability to grow than other cards. Now, let's look at some other examples. If you look at Felt Hat Pikachu, as far as that goes, pretty basic. It's the Van Gogh artist style, right? So you see that over there. You also saw all of the Screaming Face Japanese promo cards, which, by the way, I do have a few. I have these two, plus I have the Rowlet. I wish I got the other ones. I am so upset I did not, because I liked all of them, and I got all of them. And by the way, I got the Eevee one for like $40 in Japan when that was a thing, and I just have loved it. It's part of my collection. I love it. Sadly, looking at the grading, it's not going to do really good. It's got a couple bits of whitening, but keeping it loose, I'm fine with that. But then I also was thinking about the Pokemon stamp collection that you're seeing over in the Japan region for their postal service, where they have Pikachu on the back of this Japanese woman in a kimono, and also the Cramorant. Again, I'm not saying go buy whatever that is. Buy stuff you like. Like, I truly did buy the stuff I liked. And I was so sad because I could not find that set out in the wild, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna buy the card. I just want to buy the card. And I saw it going for like, you know, 15, 20 bucks. I was trying to just justify spending it because I was like, I'm gonna like it no matter what. But I'm glad I was patient. I think I got some other pulls from those Shroud of Fable decks. They're not the easiest pulls that are out there. I think anything that I want to show off here, to be honest with you, is just whatever in regards to a video. But look at trends in Pokemon. Absorb the knowledge that you have. So when you go into the store, when you see a plethora of older products, you see newer products, and then you see what's going to go up or down in trend. For example, I bought several of these as they were being marked down in price, but I was like, I'm going to hold on to them. They have Paradox Rift, which I think is going to go up, has a good selection, plus has Suicune, Ho-Oh, and Lugia as promo cards, and has them on the front like it's a banger box that is here, and they were going down in value. So I was like, yeah, I'll buy some of these, but I'm going to be a somewhat in-box collector, somewhat a loose collector if it makes sense, and I am finally grading for the first time ever in my life coming up here very soon. If you guys would like a video about that, please let me know, because I'll just give an example of something I'm having sent up. Bam. Ooh. I'll just put it right there. You guys can get what it is. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about my theory of finding deals, looking at the trends of Pokemon and where they actually do grow in value, and things that you're seeing or noticing as this hobby gets crazier and crazier. All right, guys, see you on the next one.